Davis to kick off for Denver.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Forced, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Broncos.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. He decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, it's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Jones tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the 30 on second down, Jones, man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now Jones. Back to the air on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
7-yard line.
Williams. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the #5 pick in the 2018 draft.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Williams. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones trying to lay one up deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
3rd and 15.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
Lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Giants 10, Broncos 9.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did. But
yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
A gain of 21.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cortland Sutton there to make the grab. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Here's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Another try after the first down sack. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation, run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Their 48-yard line.
On play action, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they get the football. They'll they'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Set him back 5. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry.
Back to throw. Jones. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Lott going to get this out quickly. Sutton with it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Block now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Lock. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Broncos 24, Giants 17. Brandon McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Jones. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That was
something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Broncos.
Let's go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Flush to his right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 20. 3 yards the pickup there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Block off of play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Gordon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Marquise Goodwin. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 23.
Back to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Today's final score, Broncos.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Broncos, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Titans kicker Steven Gostkowski ready to do the honors, and we are underway in Nashville. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one. Out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry here for Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
At the 42-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Ricky.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Can't be denied, boy.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Titans nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And at quarterback, his pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From the 25 on second down, Tannehill being chased out left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
15-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Got a man, it's Humphreys. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphreys there to make the grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Bengals.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Space to run past the 20. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't mix.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now it's Burrow. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for C.J. Uzomah. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal. From the
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Desmond King picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The 43-yard line.
Now Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5.
First and goal.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Henry. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. This one caught by Davis. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Bengals 21. Titans 13.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Dancing to his left. Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And some space here. There he goes left side.
And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Open man is Ross, complete. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Try to eat some clock with Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Jeffrey Simmons.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Sliding out of the pocket.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Burrow on play action. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They begin with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And his kick is good.
Score, Bengals 28, Titans 26.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Intended for
We got plenty to catch. I'll tell you, as a defender, you got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He'll air this one out for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here we go with Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
For Johnny Smith, incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Tonight's final score, Bengals 28.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.